Last time. Look at this. First thing you're gonna do is make a fraction. This, alright. Sorry. Look. So these are the first two things you need to know when doing ratios. This is always gonna be the denominator side. Always gonna be the numerator side. Now, you may not know what these are, but they're very important. Now, if you have something like this ratio table that looks like this, then top is going to be denominator, numerator is going to be bottom. Well, sorry, excuse me. Well, anyways, the higher numbers always going to be the numerator. The lower numbers always going to be the denominator. So, example, this is 8, this is 12. It's always going to be a numerator, always going to be denominator. But if the rows were reversed, this was 8, this is 12. This is going to be denominator, this is going to be numerator. You see? So, now that out of the way, now we're going to get these two numbers. This is a fraction. Fraction top, always going to be numerator. Bottom, always going to be the denominator. So, this is denominator, this is numerator. 12. See? Easiest fraction, converted to fraction. But now what you're going to do is you're going to have to simplify it. So, to simplify, you basically want to draw this kind of table. And put your numerator on this side. Numerator, denominator on this side. So, 8 is going to be on this side. Now, when you're simplifying, you have this kind of table. You're obviously going to want to start from 1, since this is the beginning. And 1 can be multiplied by anything. 1 times 8 equals 8. See? This can equal that. This can equal that. Now, this is where you're going to start. You're going to start by going up by 1 until you find another. Always go up by 1 until you find something that this can be divided by. Now look at this. 12 divided by 2. That's 6. We divide by 2 equals 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Always make sure it's even number. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's even. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's even. Now, let's see if we can go up to 3. Well, 12 can be divided by 3. That equals 4. 4 divided by 3. No. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And 4 times 3 equals 12. So, now you got this. Now, you can usually stop when this number reaches 1. And they're super close together, and it's just 1. It's like 3 and then 4, because 1. And look at this. Can A be divided by 3? Nope. So, 4 is the maximum simplified number. Well, divided number that we can get out of 8. Anyways, we can get rid of this 3 right here. We can get rid of this 3. And now, you're gonna look for the biggest numbers that are the exact same. Look, 4 and 4. These are the exact same numbers, and they're the biggest. Now you might notice that we have the same two numbers right here, but we're not gonna want these, because look at this. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. But then 4 divided by 4 right here, equals 4 divided by 4 equals 1. Now we have 4 divided by 4 equals 1. This is a lesser number. We want the lesser numbers, the smaller numbers, not the bigger ones. So, we do not want this. We want this. Since this is bigger, when you have bigger number divided by a bigger number, it's going to equal smaller groups. But when you have big group divided by small number, it's going to get bigger in each group. You're going to have a lot more in each group. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, scrapping this, yeah. So we're not going to use this. but we're gonna use the greatest numbers that are the exact same. Now look at this. We're gonna get our fraction right here. This is the fraction. This represents these. Since numerator, denominator right here. Now you're gonna put it over here. We're gonna do an equation. Are you excited? Well, anyways, we're gonna put divided sides right here, and then you're gonna put these numbers right here. 4 and 4. Doesn't matter which order since they're exact same number. Ooh, now this is a trouble one. 12 divided by 4 equals. What is 12 divided by 4 equal? 3, since 12 divided by 3 equals 4 right here. So, you don't really need to struggle on this, since you can just look back on here and you'll find your answer. So anyways, 8 divided by 4, that equals 2, since 1, 2, and once you find your number right here, you can just go 1, 2. That's simpler than finding it right here by scavenging. Yeah, so you could do 1, 2, and once you found your number, you can do on the other side 1, 2. You found your number too. So it's gonna be 2. Since 1, 2, 1, 2. There's actually, yeah, the second number from going down and going up. So now, the simplified fraction is 3 out of 2. Now. This is very important. Now, once you get this, it's gonna be super simple. So now, I'm gonna get rid of this. But anyway, 3, 2. You want the big reveal? This entire thing. This entire ratio. This is the ratio. This entire thing is this. This is the ratio. It's gonna always be 3, 2. Now, that may not make sense right now, but look. Let me tell you something. Look at this. So remember what I said. Numerator, denominator. Bigger numbers always numerator, smaller numbers always denominator. So look at this. Now we got, so remember a fraction, the form of a fraction. Numerator, top, number 1 on top, down to the bottom. Alright. N for number 1, which is on top. D for down for bottom, I guess. So it's always going to be denominator's bottom, down to the bottom, number 1 to the top. That's how I remember. Now 12 and 8. Oh, whoa, never mind. Now remember this. We don't know what the denominator of the 24 is. So, to find the denominator of 24, what we're going to do is we're going to divide by this. We're going to have this number. We're going to have this number divided by this. Since we don't know this, we don't have to bother with this. So, all we have to do is 24 divided by 3. And you should probably find this. But to speed things up, it's going to be 8. Since 8 times 3 equals 24. Oh, simple. Now everything is simple since you got this, remember? Now let me show you how it's simple. 8. Now you have to just get this answer right here. And multiply it by this. By your denominator. The simplified denominator. Now, 8 times 2, 16. What? Now you got this denominator right here. You can just carry this over here. Now, I'm just gonna copy this. Don't mind me. I'm gonna move this over here. And now, whoops. Uh-oh, I think I messed something up. Alright. Yep. Alright, so, excuse me for a bit. Alright, here we go. Now look at this. Now, we're gonna move on to this numerator. Now, we don't know the denominator either. 6 and nothing. 6 divided by 3, which is our simplified ratio fraction. Simplified fraction of the entire ratio. Well, you can just call it ratio but fraction form. This is ratio but fraction form. Okay, now you're gonna have this. Oh, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Oh my gosh! 2 times the denominator. Now this answer times the denominator, you're gonna put it right here. Oh my gosh! Now you got 4. You can get rid of this denominator right here. And now you got 6 and 4. Yes! Let's go! Am I right? Yeah! Let's go! Now what you can do is yeah, okay. So now I'm just going to get rid of this. Get right here. Oops. Yeah, move it right here. No. There we go. Now we're gonna get rid of this. Every number is simple. Except for this one. I don't really like this. Okay, so 1 divided by 3. Ooh, this is not a good one. Excuse me. So, if you have a calculator, you should know that it's gonna be 0.3333 cents when you divide. You would just use a calculator. Most likely use a calculator. Since this is homework, you're most likely gonna use a calculator. And if you got a test, you're most likely gonna be given a calculator. So look at this. Now you got this. It's gonna be 0.30. Oh my gosh! Now you're gonna multiply. Now you're gonna multiply this and this, which is gonna be. Let me just simplify it for you. 0.333. Or let's do this instead. 333. And then multiply. And 0, it's gonna be 0 because 2 point, I guess. Always remember when you're multiplying decimals, always carry the decimal down here. And this is super easy. 3 times 2 equals 6. 6. Uh-oh, the devil's number. Anyways, so this is gonna be your answer. This is gonna be this, since remember, 2 times 2 equals 4. 8. The answer times your simplified numerator is gonna be the answer times your simplified denominator is always gonna be your new denominator of right here. So, I mean, you probably don't need to listen to this part since probably it was made more sense earlier, but yeah, just remember to multiply your answer by whatever simplified denominator you got from your ratio fraction form. Yeah, so it's gonna be 0.666. Alright, now you can leave this video or stop it. But if you want to flex on all your friends and your teacher, let me teach you the secret. Now look at this. Okay, don't pay attention right here. Now look at this. You may not know what decimals really are, but let me tell you. So, let me show you something. An easy way to flex on your friends and your teacher is to do this. Look at this. So this is what a normal fraction looks like. But this, let me give you the simple equation. You don't need to stick around by this part, just so you know. But this is free flexing on your friends. Get that, Bobucks. This is a normal fraction. That's a whole number. This is a whole number, since it fills 1 out of 1. This is a whole number. But look at this. Oh yeah, look at this. If you got something where it's 1 out of 2, that means you're gonna have to divide the normal fraction, because most fractions are gonna be 1, have a 1 as their denominator. But if they don't, look at this. So you're gonna have to divide 1 divided by 2, which makes 0.5. You can use a calculator for this if you want. But anyways, oh, now it's gonna be 0.5. So this is what it's gonna be as a normal number, not fraction form. So look at this. 1/2 equals 0.5, since the whole number is gonna be 1. This is a whole oh sorry, I was experimenting. Whole number right here, and this is not a whole number, since it's not 1. It has a decimal. If it has a decimal, it's not a whole number. Well, yeah. Anyways, let's just ignore that, since I'm trying to show you how to flex on dumb friends. If you have friends, at least. So this is gonna be the number. Not whole number, but just a number form. Not fraction form. Number form. So look at this. Now, if you have... Now, look at this. 1... Now, let's just say you had a denominator of 5. 1 out of 5. You can just divide this into 1. 1 divided by 5. I think that's gonna be 0.2. You know why? Because look at this. We can just count this, but you can ignore this. Look, it looks like a normal 10 divided by minus. Well, yeah, divided by 5. What's 10 divided by 5? It's gonna be 2. It's gonna be 2, of course. Now the decimal carries over. Oh my gosh, now you have a 0 because there's nothing here. When there's nothing there, you use 0. So 0 is there because there's nothing. So 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And the decimal carries over, and now it's a 0 over here since the 10 is no longer. The 10's digit is gone. I guess you could say that. But now, 1/5, that means 0.2. But if it was 5/5, that means you're gonna have to multiply this by 5. The numerator, you're gonna have to multiply this. You're gonna have to multiply the number by the numerator to get what the fraction actually means. So for example, like this, 0.5. Now look at this numerator right here. Now 0.5 is the number we got over here. Now look at this. 3 times 3. Alright, so 3 times 5, that's 50. Three times 5, that equals 15. Oh, now the decimal carries over, since 3 times 0 equals 0, so this does not add up to anything except 3 times 5 equals 15. But the decimal does carry over, remember that. So decimals carried over. Now, this equals 1.5. Since you already got what this means 0.5. And then you're going to multiply this to get what this entire fraction means. Because look at this. This is meaningless. Because there's nothing there. There's nothing there, so you don't even need to count this. But if you had this would equal 0.5 since it's 1 out of 2. 1/2. I guess you could say. Might be a little confusing, but if you get the concept, you can flex on your friends all you want. Anyways, bye. This took forever. So many retries.